to improve your mid-bass. What's up, podheads? Today we're going to go over how to improve your mid-bass. I've been testing all of these speakers trying to find a speaker that plays mid-bass frequencies, and I just can't do it. But all these SQ guys say they get their speakers to play down to 50 hertz. How is that possible? I'll tell you. So I finally came to the realization after testing this JL Audio C1650. This is a SQ type speaker from JL. It's supposed to play really low, right? A lot of guys use these in their SQ builds, and I'm trying to figure out, this speaker doesn't play below 100 hertz. How can they get these speakers to play so low? There's a secret. It's a fairly advanced technique. It requires a DSP in order to get it done, but I'll show you what it does and how they do it. This here's the natural frequency response that I measured from the JLC1. I would normally say that this speaker plays down to 100 hertz because you start losing output compared to the rest of the frequency output around 100 hertz. If we were to cross over a subwoofer into this speaker, we would have to set the crossover of the sub pretty high at about the 100 hertz point in order to match up the frequency so you get a nice summation and a flat response overall. But this speaker does play down to, we'll say, 60 hertz. However, at 60 hertz, it doesn't play as loud as the rest of the frequencies that speaker can play. Now, how do we use this information? Basically, what you can do is you can utilize that low frequency output by neutering the rest of the speaker. It's a terrible situation, but car audio is all about give and take. You want to play low, you can't play loud. You want to play loud, you're not going to play low. But if you want to play low, you got to play low. So how do we get this done? We get this done by using an EQ, by using a DSP. You could do it with crossovers and stuff and get crazy tricky, but I think the easiest way to do it is with a DSP, and all the settings I found are in Room EQ Wizard. So how do you get a speaker that plays like this to play like this? All about the EQ and the DSP. I'm not going to get into the details of how to do it, but this is how it's done. What you have to do, like I said, is neuter. You got to take away some of the output of that speaker in order to get it to play what you want, play the frequencies that are needed. So what happens is you get this speaker playing lower, but it's not going to play as loud. Again, the give and take. But by doing this, instead of having your subwoofer crossed way high, now you can cross your subwoofer much, much lower. The disadvantage of that, it's not going to be as loud. You're going to get a crisp sound. You're going to get a nice flat frequency response. You're going to get low output out of your mid-bass speakers, which is what everyone wants, but it's not going to play as loud. So I hope that explains a little bit of something. If you guys want me to get into detail as to how I got the two frequency responses to look like they do, I can go into some detail of how to use Room EQ Wizard to create a filter set for your DSP that will give you somewhat kind of these results. All right, I'm Brandon from Custom Speaker Pods, trying to help you get a better car stereo. Boosh.